Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the Coach G Show here on FDUnites.com. Old faces back together again. John Lauder here with the head coach of the FDU Knights, Greg Herenda. We're actually in the WFDU studios here because even though he coaches a Division I basketball team on the side, he also does interviews and radio shows. You're the busiest guy I know.
Well, my face is old, not yours, but it's good to see you again, John. We always welcome you back. It's great to be with you.
Coach, thank you. So we already talked a little bit about the Villanova game, previously. So let's get into FDU Fordham. 111-70, a 41-point win, same actually as last year as well. That was 41 points too. Give me some positives from that game.
Well, the positives were that our freshmen, were able to not only compete but to flourish and have some confidence. And we had Henry Bibby on today, and we were talking about UCLA. And after I read the stat sheet of our game, Mike Holloway was 10 for 10, and then Bill Walton against Jacksonville in the national championship game didn't miss a shot. And Mike Holloway's not Bill Walton, but he's a really, really good basketball player. All of our freshmen came off the bench, and all of our everyone participated, everyone scored the basketball, and we were comfortable at home, and we changed, I think you've noticed it, obviously, we changed our benches. We're trying to change our culture at home to get into more of a winning attitude, and I think we did that, and we had a good crowd, but we did what we had to do. At Villanova, we were dominated. They're a top 10 team in America, and we had to dominate Fordham. And Pete Marion's a really good coach, and the kids are young as well, but we had to do what we had to do. And we did it, and we won the basketball game, and we play fast. So we're going to give up some points, and we have to work on our defense. But this basketball team can score. It's exciting. It's young. So it's a very promising future.
And one thing specifically that I took from the game, especially on the offensive end, was driving to the basket, not settling for threes. Is that something you're preaching to them?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you have to do that when you don't shoot at the threes really well. And last year we had Mustafa Jones and Matt McDonald who really shot the ball well, and it stretched the defense out. Now we've got to really pound the ball to the rim, and we've got guys that can do that. Darian Anderson did it in a big-time game at Villanova, scored 20 points, and then came back and scored 20 against Army. So we have guys that can score. Marcus gets it to the basket. Stefan Jiggets has to do that more often. Earl Potts. So we have an attacking team. And then with Mike Holloway and Tyrone O'Gara around the basket, we scored 50 points against Army in the paint, which is really, really hard to do. But we've got to get better shooting the basketball from the perimeter. But our mission offensively is to attack the rim, and we've been doing it so far.
And Army was where I was going next, a high-scoring game, 96-85.
You want to go to Army?
Well, no, I was going to tell you about Army. We're going to talk about Army. 96-85, obviously a high-scoring game. They have a very experienced team, a lot of seniors, a lot of upperclassmen. What did you see in that one?
I just feel very fortunate that they're defending us because they can shoot quick and fast, and they're a really, really good team. And we just got out of practice about an hour ago, and I said, listen, we played, a really high-level, efficient offensive team in Villanova, and then Army at the Patriot League level is excellent. Potentially two NCAA teams. Army was very efficient, and we learned that we have to play at a higher speed and be a little bit quicker to defend three-point shooters, rebound the basketball. It was an eye-opening game, but we knew when we scheduled the game, a lot of it had to do with really the origin of Al Labalbo, who was a great coach here. It was an assistant for Bobby Knight, and Mike Krzyzewski played there. So, but this isn't Bobby Knight's Army team. No. They turned the ball over 25 times against us. We stole the ball 11 times, but they want to play fast, and they played fast better than we played fast. But we cut it to 5. We were right there, but the kid Wilson just crushed us with a corner jump shot from the right corner, then the left corner, and then the night was over. But, again, everything that we're doing with our players in practice, on the road, and in that game with Army and Villanova, they're learning experiences. And I just remember when I first got here and we played, Arizona, and a week later, we popped Seton Hall and we popped Rutgers. So it's hard to pay your dues. When you're going through it, it's difficult. But I think the fruit at the end of the road is going to taste sweet, and we're going to get to it. I'm sure of that.
Now, with such a young team, players that were here last year, like Darian, like Tyrone, even though he didn't play, Marcus, how important is it for them to give even more of a leadership role to some of these younger players, even though they're only really a year difference?
No, to be a sophomore leader is not an easy thing to do, but they're doing it, and I think it puts a lot of onus on our coaches, and our staff is doing a great job in every day just teaching. And our players need to learn. And then once we learn something, we have to retain it. It has to be a cumulative formula so we don't forget about something that we did a week ago. And as a teacher, John, you know very well it takes time. And but our sophomores have stepped up, and now, Tyrone is a junior, and he's a tremendous leader. But I think on the floor, our leader is Darian Anderson. He has the ball. He scores the ball. He guards. He steals it. So it's a work in progress. But I really like my guys, and I love we call it the heart and soul. Right. I love the heart and soul of our team is there. But now we have to mechanically do better things, both defensively on the glass. And offensively, we have to get better. We're barely turning the basketball over. I think we're averaging close to 10 turnovers a game and scoring 80 points, which is really rare. We're stealing the basketball. We're one of the top steal teams in the country right now after 3 games. So but with the in-between, we got to guard. We got to guard good players, and that's part of college basketball, and that's what we're working on every day in practice. So
you're back on the road this upcoming week. You've got Fordham Saturday, Delaware Tuesday. Right. Obviously, you've only had the one road game against Villanova. Right. What are some things growth-wise you're looking to see from your team here on the road in these next 2 games?
Yeah, our game has always traveled, and we've had a close scrimmage up at Fairfield. So we've been on the road at Fairfield, played them really tough, been to Villanova. So this is going to be our 3rd really road trip, and we do that on purpose. But our team travels well. Like last year, we won at St. Joe's, we won at Towson, and we won at Seton Hall and at Rutgers. So our team, I like our team on the road. We've got a tough bunch of kids that really ultimately believe in themselves. Sometimes young people shouldn't believe in themselves as much, but we do, and we use that as a strength. So going to Fordham, we scrimmaged them last year. So we've been in Rose Hill, we've shot on their rims, and we've played those guys. They have a new coach in Jeff Neubauer, who's a John Beilein disciple, a really good coach. And then we go down to Delaware, which we beat Delaware here. So they're going to be ready for us at Delaware. So nothing's going to be easy for this team, but we're trying to get ready for the Northeast Conference. That's our goal. Today I've got a nice little T-shirt on with FDU, but I wear my Northeast Conference sweatshirt a lot to remind them the road to the NCAA tournament goes through the Northeast Conference. So these games that are non-league games are very important to our growth, but eventually we need to get ready to win games in February and March.
All right, Coach, thanks as always for the time, and good luck in these upcoming games.
John, thank you so much, and I want to wish everybody, if we don't talk to them out there again, happy Thanksgiving, and be thankful for our safety and for West Point and for our team. We got a great team and great fans, and I'm really I'm thankful for a lot of things.
Absolutely. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody, because more than likely we'll probably talk after the holiday.
Yep.
We got 2 games coming up, of course, 2 o'clock on Saturday on the road at Fordham. If you can't get there, there'll be audio on FDUnites.com. Same thing, Delaware, 7 o'clock Tuesday, audio as well. We'll have an audio broadcast on FDUnites.com as well. And you know the deal. You go to FDUnites.com, you'll get everything you need to know, stats, schedules, updates, and everything else with the FDU men's basketball program.